What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with the weekly reset for Destiny 2 this Tuesday, February the 20th. And so this week we will be getting more info about future updates for Destiny 2, that's worth a quick mention, and then we'll cover the 4th weekly quest for Rivens Wishes, and on top of that, we've got the Eververse refresh, hopefully that's going to be a juicy one, plus we'll cover vendors like Banshee and Ada 1, as well as all of the key rewards and unlocks for the week. Farmable exotics, featured lost sectors, nightfall rewards, and plenty more in the video. So, as always guys, I hope this one is useful, and if you do enjoy it, be sure to get subscribed for more D2 content, but without further delay, let's get into it. And initially, we should say, we're going to get some new info about PvP updates on Thursday. So for those who've been holding out for more details, Bungie have said, the PvP strike team will jump in and give us info on new rewards, as well as game modes, matchmaking details, spawn tuning changes, trials updates, and a bunch of other items. So if those changes are something you're interested in, be sure to stay tuned on Thursday and I'll keep you posted when Bungie give us that info. Otherwise though, as we head into the game this week, firstly, we get Rivens Wishes 4, and this quest is available at Morro as always. This one is going to require us to jump into the Blind Well, and there's an objective for kills. As we saw last week, Bungie have adjusted these objectives, so this will probably go a little bit quicker than it would have before the update. It also requires a tier 3 completion of Blind Well, which will likely progress the quest step considerably faster, so if you want to pick up yet another wish token, those will be the steps for this week, and let us know if you'll be diving in. And now as we get into the game today, we can see that there is bonus infamy for the taking inside of Gambit. That's the same for Valor in the Crucible, and the Vanguard booster right here, for the Vanguard playlists and Nightfalls. So we've got bonus ranks across all of the core playlists this week, and if you do want to level up, of course, it's going to be a pretty good time to jump in. And next up, aside from the quests and things like that, of course, we have the reset for the vendors in the game, and we'll focus on the Eververse Bright Dust items for the week right here. So on the front page, firstly, we have the another exotic emote, which is 3,250 Bright Dust this week. So that's one you can grab if you like the look of it. Additionally though, we have the Directive Crash ornament for the Sleeper Simulant on the front page, which is 1,250 Bright Dust. So if you want the Siva themed ornament, you haven't picked it up just yet, it's a good one to grab for Sleeper this week. But additionally, we have the Phosphine Stimulus Legendary Transman effect, and this one's 450 Bright Dust on the front page as always right there. On top of that though, for featured shaders, we've got the Empirical Imperative up first for 300 Bright Dust, so we'll have a quick preview of that one. But additionally, there is the Gamekeeper shader on the front page for the same cost as well. Of course, you can check in for silver items, bundles, and all that good stuff in the store, but on the second page for Bright Dust right here, firstly, we've got the Mystical Reading exotic multiplayer emote, which is 4,250 Bright Dust, so that's a cool one to grab new this season as well. Let us know what you think. Then we've got the Hot Gossip Legendary Multiplayer emote, which is 1,250 Bright Dust, a bit less expensive than the exotic variant right there. And then there is the Egregore shell for 2,850 Bright Dust, so very Egregore themed right there from back in Season of the Haunted. Also though, we have the Steel Sky exotic ship available this week for 2,000 Bright Dust, which is certainly actually a pretty cool looking thing, so maybe one to grab right there. On top of that though, we've got the Lightweight Custom Exotic Sparrow, which is 2,500 Bright Dust this week, so I'll have a quick preview of the trail. And then we are going to be getting some armor ornaments this week, so I'm here on the Titan, and we've got the Loreley Splendor Helm ornament, the Adamantine Rebirth. This one is 1,500 Bright Dust, and these are new items for the season, so pretty cool to have those ones available in the store this week. Let us know if you'll grab any of the armor ornaments. For the hunters though, there is the Armory Exhibition ornament for Assassin's Cowl. All of these armor ornaments will have the same cost. And finally for warlocks, we've got the Beast Whisperer ornament as well. So pretty cool ones available this week, and of course they are new this season. So once again, let us know if you plan to grab any. But also, there is the Brain Freeze Ghost Projection right here for 1,500 Bright Dust. Once again, I'm never sure why these are so expensive, but for the second page of featured shaders, we've got Welded Brass initially right here, so we'll have a quick preview of that. As always, all of these are 300 Bright Dust. We additionally have the Jacarina shader, which has a lot more blue on this armor than the sort of preview would suggest. But then there is the Trinity shader. Once again, all of them are 300 Bright Dust. And finally, we've got the Tyrian Abyss, which I believe did actually come up last week, but it's a pretty nice one nonetheless. Finally though, for transmat effects, we've got the Celebrate Newness right here. This is 450 Bright Dust. Pretty cool one. And for the same cost, we have Only the Finest from back in the Black Armory era right here. Very finally though, there is the Box of Tricks transmat effect available this week in the store as well. So Let us know your thoughts on the Eververse items down below, guys, and if you plan to pick anything up. Over here at Banshee though, for the featured weapons for the moment, we've got the Lunar Ladder 4B, which is very often available in the store with Steady Hands and Adrenaline Junkie. There's also the Orvendal FR6, which has got Reconstruction and Golden Tricorn, then the True Prophecy hand cannon with Field Prep and Timed Payload, as well as the Peace of Mind Pulse Rifle, which has got Heating Up and Harmony. But finally there is the Code Duello, which has Quick Draw and Chain Reaction for the moment, but of course these weapons and featured roles will change throughout the course of the week. But finally, down here at Shader 1 for the armor this week, we've got the Tangled Web set, so you can always visit and grab any of those if you need to. But then for the featured shaders, which are 10,000 Glimmer, we've got Genotype Null 0 from back in the Warmind era right here, so that's one we can grab this week when the preview finally loads. Pretty cool one. On top of that though, another Warmind one, we've got the Mad Monk available as well. And finally, Dead Orbit's Fate if you're after any of the older faction shaders. Moving on to other rewards for the week though, for the Nightfall this time around, we've got Psyops Battleground on the Cosmodrome. That's always a fun one, and the featured weapon will be Warden's Law, so if you need to pick up a version of that, whether it's the Adept or Standard drop, or if you fancy farming it, this will be the week to dive in. For other activities though, the featured exotic mission this time around is Operation Seraph Shield, and so if you want to pick up Revision 0, which is now a craftable pulse rifle, or any of the Season of the Seraph gear, that's another activity we can farm this week. But for the featured raid, we've got King's Fall, where of course we can farm the Touch of Malice, so that's another good drop if it's one that you've never picked up, as well as all of the legendary items in the King's Fall raid. Then for the dungeon, we've got Grasp of Avarice featured as well. Once again, both of these activities are completely farmable. So good luck if you are hunting anything down, but finally for the Lost Sectors, today we've got Gilded Precept on Neomuna, which is dropping exotic chest pieces. Then on February 21st, it'll roll round to Scavenger's Den on the EDZ, dropping exotic helmets, which is followed by Skydock on the 22nd, dropping exotic legs, and then February 23rd will be the Quarry on the EDZ, dropping exotic arms. But the last 3 Lost Sectors for the week will be in the Dreaming City, so February 24th is Aphelion's Rest, dropping chest pieces. That's followed by Bay of Drowned Wishes on February 25th, dropping exotic helmets, and finally Chamber of Starlight on the 26th, which will be dropping exotic legs. And that pretty much rounds up the core featured activities for the week, guys. So as always, I hope this video has been useful, and if it has, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel, but also be sure to get subscribed so I can keep you posted with more Destiny content. Let us know what you'll be up to in the game this week, but otherwise, as always, I very much appreciate you all tuning in today, and I will catch you guys very soon.